Ah. Good evening. Very good evening, everyone. How are you all? Good. My dear online students, am I audible? Yes or no? Good. Very good evening. All good?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Namaste. Okay. Okay. Shall we start with the class
Yes.
today? Day
Yes, ma'am.
2 of your workshop. Yes. Shall we start your class today? Yes or no? Yesterday's concept, are you yes? Little revision of it. Yes. So what and all we learned yesterday? What is HTML? What is HTML? Or why your HTML is required? Why HTML is required? Yes, you all can unmute yourself and talk to me, or you can reply in the chat box. Why HTML is required? To create a web application. Ayappa, this was not the definition which I said yesterday, right? Why your web HTML is required? Your HTML is required to provide the structure to your web page or website. This is what I said yesterday. Yes or no? This is what I said yesterday. Yes. See, already you people have forgotten it. Please don't forget, okay? Every day, just after the class, just 10 minutes of revision. Not after the class, at least night before you people are sleeping. Just 5 minutes or 10 minutes. You can give to yourself. Yes or no? You can give that much time to yourself, no? For yourself, you cannot give 10 minutes. You can give, no? Yes. Okay. Nice. Shall we start with today's class? Ma'am, what and all you'll be teaching today? What and all I may be teaching today, guys? Any idea what I may be teaching today in this workshop day 2? Okay. Yesterday, you people learned something called as introduction to what? Introduction to what you learned yesterday? You learned something about introduction. What was that introduction to? You learned something called as introduction to front-end technologies. Yes or no? Yes or no? So today, a very new topic we will learn. Today we will learn a very new topic that is nothing but introduction. It is nothing but introduction to web-based application. Introduction to web-based application. Are you all taking this down? Are you all taking this down? Yes or no? Guys, are you all taking this down? Please reply in the chat box, everyone.
Yes, ma'am.
See, alone me talking, it will not look good. Even you should talk to me, no? At least in the chat box, please. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, done. So now, What do you mean by web-based application? Before web-based application, or me telling you what is this web-based application, how it works, what it does, we will just learn. I hope you people will be knowing about this. That is nothing but, have you heard about this word? Have you heard about this word? IP address. Have you heard about it? Have you heard about IP address? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, you people have learnt about IP address, no? Yes, my students are very, very good. So now, can you tell me, what do you mean by IP address?
False.
What do you mean by IP address? Intranet protocol. I'm not asking the full form. My dear kids, I'm not asking the full form. I'm asking, what do you mean by IP address? If I ask you what is your name, you will not say I'm a human, no? Yes or no? You will say your name, no? In that same way, what do you mean by IP address? What do you mean by IP address? Set of rules, IP, unique address. Okay. Can I say your IP address is nothing but numbers? Very simple. Very, very simple. Let us keep it very simple. Don't dive into complex things. Okay. Can I say IP address is nothing but numbers? Yes or no? Yes, IP address is a unique address. True. Don't give me the IP address of your laptop or your computers. So can I say IP address is nothing but numbers in simple terms? Yes. So now, how do you represent an IP address? How do you represent an IP address? I'm saying it will be represented in the form of numbers. Then how will it be there? You will be having some random number like this. You will be having some random number like this. Yes, this is only called as IP address. Yes or no? Yes or no? Correct or not? My dear students, is it correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Now will everyone know the IP address of their own computers or web applications or website? Will you people know the IP address? IP address of your computer, will you know? No, no. No. Will you know? Okay, today I will ask you, hey, tell me your IP address of the computer, of your computer. Will you say? You cannot say no. So that what you have to do? You have to go to the command prompt. You have to go to the command prompt. Have you seen that command prompt? Black color box. Black color box. Yes. So now what you'll do? So now you will go to this command prompt. You will go to this command prompt and you will type something called as IP config. Yes or no? You will type it as IP config. Yes or no? And then you will get the IP address of your computer. Ma'am, why are you telling me about this? There is a reason why I am telling. Why I am telling, you will get to know it further. Okay. Now clear with IP address? Clear with IP address? Shall I continue?
Yes,
Shall I continue? Yes or no? Okay. Let me continue. Guys, can I continue? Only if you people say yes, then only I'll continue. Otherwise, I'll
yes,
not.
ma'am. Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Done. So now, okay, you got to know what is IP address. IP address is nothing but numbers and it is represented like this. And if you do not know the IP address of your own laptops or systems, you will use command prompt and you will pass something called as IP config. Okay, done. Now, let me consider one small example. What is this, guys? However, you people are very familiar with my drawings and all. Can you tell me what are these two? Can you tell me what are these two? Yes, soon. What are these two?
These two are square.
Rectangular boxes? Yes, sir. Box?
Yes.
No.
Yes, ma'am.
Now,
Yes,
let me add some stand to it. Now, let me name this as, not square box. Okay. Now, let me name this as computer
Someone else is-
1. let me name this as computer 2. Okay. So how many computers do I have now? How many computers do I have now? So can I say I have 2 computers? That is nothing but computer 1 and computer 2. Yes. Yes. Now, what I want to do is, now consider that in this computer 1, I have one document. In this computer 1, I have one document. Can you tell me any document name so that I can give it here? Yes. Yes. This is one document. Can you tell me one document name, please? Resume. Okay. Let me take it as resume.txt. Resume.txt. Ma'am, I know computer. I know this document also. Why are you saying this like a kid? Listen. So now you have computer 1 and you have computer 2. Now, I am talking about bit older days. Okay. So now if you want to pass this file pass the file which is present in computer number 1 to computer number 2, what you people were doing? What you people were doing? You understood my requirement. I am saying that I have a file in computer 1. I want to send this file from computer 1 to computer 2. Okay, you will share. Yes, obviously you have to share. How will you share? Through Bluetooth. Okay. Hey, ನಮ್ಮ ಅಜ್ಜಿ ತಾತ ಕಾಲದಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ ಬ್ಲೂಟೂತ್ ಇತ್ತಾ? Guys, in our grandparents' time, did you have something called as Bluetooth? Yes. Pen drive, through mail. I'm talking about old generation, our grandparents' generation I'm speaking. Then there you had no Bluetooth. I mean like no hot, what do you call it, as pen drive. You had nothing like that. Yes or no? Someone said cables. So if I had to connect this computer, you were using some cables. And inside that cable, what were you giving? Okay, you were giving cables. What cables? Or why that cables was required? Ethernet cable. Okay. Can I say by lending cables only, they came or they introduced something called as, ma'am, idilde now batkake agala, ma'am. Yes or no? Without internet, can you people live? Without internet, can you people live? No, even I can't live without internet or mobile. Yes. Yes or no? Okay. So this internet is also called as internetworking. This internet is also called as internetworking. Clear with this? Yes or no? Yes. Everyone, please do reply in the chat box. I want you all to reply, yaar. Please, even I'll get bored. Don't make me get bored. Okay? Yes? Okay, very good. My students are very good. They'll listen to me. Okay? So now, okay, you said that if I want to share any file from computer 1 to computer 2, in olden days, they were using something called as cable. That cables were nothing but internet. That internet can also be called as internetworking. Clear till here? My dear lovely students, is it
Yes,
clear
ma'am.
till here? Yes or no? Yes. So now, you know about internet. Okay, you know about internet. But if I ask you people what is the definition of internet, you will not say. You will not say, I know it. Okay. So now, there is a word, something called as, internet, and you have another word called as, Intranet. Okay. You have one word that is internet, which you people are familiar of. Now, what is this new word intranet? What is this new word intranet? Ma'am, that is inter. It has E here. It has intra, A here. That is only the difference. Yes, sir. That is only the difference, sir. Is that the difference? Okay. No. Others? No. There is something. There is a difference between internet and intranet. Now, what is the difference? Let me tell you here. Now, what is the difference? Let me tell it to you here. Sharing information in each other. What is sharing information in each other? Okay. So now, let me consider one small example. Let me consider one small example. Consider that you have one country here. You have one country, two country, and the third country. Can you tell me your favorite country's name where you want to travel in your lifetime? Yes or no? Yes, can you tell me? USA, okay. USA, okay, done. Next, Canada, okay. Next, another one country. Thailand. Wow, someone is thinking about Thailand. I will write my favorite city, London. Okay, clear? Clear? Okay. Okay, I'll write. Okay, so now here you have different countries. You have different countries. You have 3 different countries. Yes or no? Now, inside this country, obviously everyone will be using something called as one second. Okay. So inside each country, everyone will be having computers or laptops. Yes or no? Everyone will be having computers in every country. Yes. Yes, my dear students. Okay. So now, if I want to connect to the computers inside my country, what I will do? I can lend cables. I can lend cables here. Same
Yes,
in
ma'am.
Canada also, I can lend cables. Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
I can lend cables. Yes, my dear students. So,
Yes, ma'am.
this lending cables inside your area, not only your area, means inside that area, that is called as, what may be that called as? That will be called as intranet. Intranet. That is called as intranet. What is intranet? Your intranet can also be called as LAN. You people are very familiar about this word, local area network. Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes or no? My dear students, yes.
Yes, ma'am.
So you got to know what is intranet. Intranet is nothing but, what is intranet? Intranet is nothing but providing cables or providing the internet network within your area. Within your area is called as, it is called as intranet. Yes or no? Guys, who's doing this? Okay, so clear with what is intranet? Yes or no? Now, what is internet, guys? Okay, ma'am, within inside the country, you gave cables. You gave cables. Now, I want to connect from USA to Canada. Now, I want to connect from USA to Canada. Will you lend cables? Will you say, bro, catch this. Let me connect from one country to another country. Will you lend? No. So then only, what came into picture? Then only what came into picture? Your internet came into picture. Your internet came into picture. Clear? Through satellite. Okay. Then only your internet came into picture. Guys, today, whatever you people are typing in this internet, you will be having something called as www dot. Yes or no? What is the www dot? Sumne hakidara ಮೂರು ಸತಿ W na? Yes, sir. What is www called as? That is only
World Wide
called
Web.
as World Wide Web. It is called as World Wide Web. That is only nothing but your internet, which is provided throughout the country. To all the countries you have internet. It is not that only India I have internet and for UK and USA you don't have internet. Yes. So only it is called as World Wide Web. Clear? Clear? You got to know the difference between internet and intranet. Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Everyone, please
Yes,
do
ma'am.
reply in the chat box. Okay, clear with this? Clear with this? Okay, ma'am, I understood internet, I understood intranet. I understood what is the other name for internet. That is nothing but internetworking. Okay, now let me come to the main introduction. That is nothing but introduction to web-based application. Introduction to web-based application. Now, what do you mean by web-based application? What do you mean by web-based application? My dear students, what do you mean by web-based application? Internet-based application, yes. See, web-based application is nothing but the applications which consist of .com extension. The application which has .com extension, those type of applications are called as web-based applications. Clear? Clear? Yes or no? Yes, access through a web browser. Okay. Can I say this web-based application is nothing but web client plus internet? Can I write like this? What do you mean by web client? What do you mean by web client? Can I say web client is nothing but your browser? Web client is nothing but your browser. What does .com? I didn't get your question, Arun. Okay. Can I say that your web-based application is nothing but the application which uses the help of browser and the internet is called as web-based application? Yes. Or in still more simple terms, any application which has .com extension, that is called as web-based application. Yes or no? What is meant by .com? .com, guys, it is nothing but extension. See, if you have to save a file, you will use .txt. If you have to save an image, you will say .jpeg, .png. In that manner, in the same way, if you have to use or access a web application, you will be using .com. Guys, why today you people, when you're using Gmail, you will say www.gmail.com. You will not say .in or .org or .text. Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes. Am I clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Am I clear? Everyone? Okay. Ma'am, you said me what is web-based application? That is nothing but an application which uses the browser also and internet also. Those two combining is called as web-based application. Yes. Yes. Now, you people, every day you people will sit in front of the laptop and you will type no www.that.com, www.this.com. Many applications you will be typing or many websites you will be visiting. Yes or no? You will be visiting, na? You will be visiting, no? Girls and boys. Yes. You will be visiting this. So, at that time, now, have you people ever thought as soon as you type www.gmail.com, facebook.com, any .coms, within fraction of seconds you will get the output? Yes or no? Within fraction of seconds you will get the output. Will you get or you won't get? Yes. Have you ever thought how that works? How that works? Now we will see how the web-based application works. Now we will see how this web-based application works. Shall we see or we shouldn't see? Yes, come on, reply fast. Shall we see how this web-based application works? Everyone, please do reply. Please, kind request. You reply, no? At least for me, you people reply, no? Yes. Okay, done. So now you people got to know web-based application is nothing but which uses web client and the internet is called as web-based application. Okay, so now we'll see how this web-based application works. Okay, so now for an example, let me consider one computer here. Let me consider one computer here, and in this computer, what do you want me to search for? Tell me any website name so that I can search here. Yes, come on, students. Yes, soon. Which .com you want me to take? Fast, I'm waiting. ChatGPT. We stand for you. Wow, great, Mahendra. Great. Okay, so now I will use something called as www.WeStandForYouSolutions.com. Okay, WeStandForYouSolutions.com. Okay, so now what I will do, only 3 people want to reply, others don't want to reply. You don't want to reply. I'll do one thing. I'll take a very familiar website which you people have used. I will take a very familiar website which you people have used. Guys, just okay. So now let me consider you people are very familiar about this application. That is nothing but www.amazon.com. What is it? I call it as Amazon. Okay, it is Amazon.com. Okay, yes or no? Everyone has used this Amazon.com. Everyone has used this Amazon.com. Who is there telling that no, ma'am, I haven't used Amazon.com? Is there anyone like that? No one like that, no? No one like that? Okay, good, very good. So now I'm going to my computer. I'm opening one browser. Either you take Google Chrome, Mozilla Firefox, Opera, whichever you want you take. Okay, I'm going to my computer and I'm opening the browser and I'm typing www.amazon.com. Okay, so now what it will do, this Amazon.com will send a request. This Amazon.com will send a request. Can you tell me where will it send the request? So don't you think that it will send the request to one computer? It will send a request to one computer. And what is that computer name? It's not API. it will send a request to a computer called as server computer. It will send a request to one computer called as server computer. Clear till here? Clear till here? Clear till here?
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Who
ma'am.
is sending request to whom? I am accessing which.com, amazon.com. That is sending the request to my server computer saying, hey, my client is asking me for Amazon web page. Please display that to me. Like that, to whom is it requesting? They are not doing rowdyism there. They are requesting to the server computer saying that I want this application to be displayed on my computer. Clear? Clear, guys? Clear? Okay. So now what it will happen? So now what will happen, guys? What may happen now? What may happen? Inside the server computer, you have something called as web browser. Yes or no? Inside the server computer, you have something called as web browser. Yes. Now, what do you mean by web browser? Can I say a browser which consists of list of web applications, that is only called as web browser? Yes or no? Yes or no? My dear
Yes, ma'am.
students, everyone, please do reply. Everyone, I'm waiting for your
Yes,
replies.
ma'am.
Yes. So now, in this web browser, I am accessing for which application? I want to access which application? I want to access Amazon application. So inside this web browser, I will be having my Amazon application. Yes or no? Yes or no, guys?
Yes,
So now
ma'am.
what it will do? The server computer will be having its own database. The server computer will be having its own database. Will it have or it will not have? Yes or no? So this server computer will go to the server computer will go to its database and say, database, my client is asking for amazon.com. Amazon.com application to be displayed on his computer. So what it will do, the server computer will again go to its database, and it will fetch the data whatever I am requesting. Whatever I am requesting. Now for what I am requesting, I want the Amazon page to be displayed. Yes or no? Yes or no? I want the Amazon page to be displayed. Can everyone reply in the chat box soon? Okay. I want the Amazon page to be displayed. What do you people know? Ma'am, it will take the data from the database and it will give it to here, ma'am. No. Yes, it will give it here. But inside the server computer, what is happening? Do you people know that? Do you people know that? Do you people
No,
know or
ma'am.
you people don't know?
No.
Okay. So now what will happen is, yes, it will take the data from its database and it will give to someone. It will give to someone, and that someone is only called as server side logic code. This database means it will take the data from the database and it will give to what code? Where will it give? Where will it give? Where will it give, guys? Please do reply.
Server
Please
side
do
logic.
reply. It will give to server side logic code. Now I will tell one scenario. Okay. Now, when you take the data from the database and you give it to server side logic code, you know, if you don't use front-end technologies and you just give the data to the server side logic code, you know how your output will be displayed? You want to know how your output will be displayed? You want to know or you don't want to know?
Yes, ma'am. We want.
So now I am telling now that when this data is taken from the database and it gives to server side logic code, you know how your output will be displayed. For an example, let me consider this as your Amazon web page. Let me consider this as your Amazon web page. Now I'm trying to search for one product. For which product you want me to search for? For which product you want me to search for? Laptop. Okay. Today, I am searching for one product called as laptop. Don't say, man, Lenovo laptop, Apple laptop, that laptop, this laptop. I'm searching for laptop. Okay. So now I'm talking about the scenario like when the data is directly given to the server side logic code. You know how your output will be. So usually when you people search for laptop, you will get the picture of that laptop and the description below it. Yes or no? If you directly give to server side logic code, you know how your output will be displayed. Consider that you have one picture here of Lenovo laptop. You will have the description somewhere here. You will have the price here. Again, something will be overlapped. Another one image, laptop image will be overlapped. And the description will be on top of this. You will be having some description. Do you think that will you understand something? Okay. Ma'am, image is here. I don't know what is the price of this laptop. It is displayed somewhere there. Will you get to know? Will you get to know? Will you get to know? So now when you take the data from the database and you give it to server side logic code. Today you people see, today whenever you search for any product, you are getting the right content to that. That is because they are using something called as front end technologies. They are using something called as front end technology. So after the data is taken from the database and it is given to the server side logic code, this code is again rewritten by using your front end technologies. By using your front end technology. Clear? Clear? By using your front end technology. And what are your front end technologies here? What and all are the front end technologies? You have HTML, which gives structure to the web page. Then you have CSS, which will make your website look in a colorful manner. And you have something called as JavaScript, which performs some function. And then that output will be displayed to you. And that output, what output? Your Amazon web page. Your Amazon web page is displayed with right content in right place. Clear? Done, guys? Guys, are you people clear with this? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes or no? Everyone? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Any doubts you have with how your web-based application works? Any doubt you have how your web-based application works? Okay, I'll ask you one question. For my, for my clarification, whether you people have understood or not. Okay. Now, what will happen if I directly take the data from the database and give it to server-side logic code? Directly giving the data to the server-side logic code, what will happen? What will happen? Can anyone unmute yourself and talk? Anyone?
The output will not be displayed in correct manner. ma'am.
No, I'm not able to hear your voice.
Ma'am, it will overlap the image.
No. Okay, at least type it in the chat box. It cannot be accessed. What cannot be accessed? It is not that it cannot be accessed. Whatever you are the output which you are requesting for, it will not be displayed in the right format. It will not be displayed in the right format. Okay, clear? After giving to server-side logic code, you are supposed to use your front-end technologies, that is HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. And then what will happen? Your output will be rearranged according to this front-end technologies, and your desired output is displayed on your computer. Clear? Clear, guys? Everyone clear? Any doubt you have? Any doubt you have? I hope there is no doubt. Clear? Pakka? Yes or no? Clear. Okay, done. Shall I
Ma'am, can
move
you
with the
repeat
next
again?
topic? Ma'am, can you tell me? What
Can
should I
you
tell,
repeat, ma'am?
Ayappa? Ayappa, what do you want me to tell? Okay, I'll move with the next topic. Guys, have you all copied this? One time repeat. What should I repeat, Ayappa? You tell me, I'll repeat the same thing. What do you want me to repeat? Starting. From the starting, you want me to repeat? Okay, Ayappa, I'll repeat. 1 second. Guys, will you all help me to help your friend? Yes or no? Yes or no? Come on, soon, tell me.
Yes, ma'am.
Will you help me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So now, how does your web-based application work? How does your web-based application work? The first thing is, my first requirement is, I will go to my computer. I will go to my computer and I will try to access this application, this web application. What is that web application? www.amazon.com. Okay, clear till here, Ayappa? Ayappa, clear till here? You have to keep responding actively. Okay, so now what will happen? It will send a request to the server computer. It will send a request to the server computer, and inside that server computer, you will be having something called as web browser. Inside the server computer, you will be having something called as web browser. So what do you mean by web browser? So what do you mean by web browser?
Collection of
What do you mean
websites.
by web browser? Web browser is nothing but a browser which consists of a list of web applications. Which consists of a list of web applications. Yes or no? Yes, correct. So now what it will happen? I am trying to access for which application? Ayappa, which application am I trying to access? I'm trying to access the application called as Amazon. Okay. So now what I will do, this server computer will again go to its database because you are requesting for some data. That too from the Amazon application. Yes or no? So now this server computer will again go to its database and it will get the required data. It will take the required data for whatever you are requesting for. And then when it takes the data from the database, it will give to one person called as server-side logic code. It will give to one person called as server-side logic code. Now, why the server-side logic code is required? Because from the data, when you take the database, it is given in the format of code format. So that is only called as server-side logic code. Clear till here? Clear till here? Yes or no? Reply soon. Yes. So after this, if it is given to the server-side logic code, what will happen is the right content. For an example, if you're trying to access this laptop, okay, you will go to Amazon page and you will try to search for this laptop, okay. If you directly use server-side logic code and you are not using any front-end technology, then if you're searching for laptop, you will get the laptop image one here, and the price of that and the name of that laptop and description of that laptop will be somewhere else. Again, another image will be overlapped. and that description will be displayed somewhere else. That is why you should not alone use server-side logic code. When you get that code, it has to be given to some person, another person, that is nothing but they have to use your front-end technology. You have to use your front-end technology, that is nothing but HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Okay. Why HTML is required? It is used to provide the structure. And CSS, why CSS is required? It is used to provide what? It is used to provide
Style.
the style. And JavaScript, it is used to require, it is required for providing the functionality. And today, normally how you people will see the Amazon page, no? By using the front-end technology only, your output is getting displayed. That is how a web-based application works. Clear, Ayappa? Yes. Is everyone clear about this? Is everyone clear about web-based application? Any doubt you have? Anyone has any doubt? You have doubt, huh? Arjun, Kranti, you have doubt or you don't have doubt? Okay, shall I continue with the next topic? No doubt. Oh, good, very good. Okay, let me continue with the next topic. 1 second. Okay, you got to know how this web-based application works. Okay, done. Now, let me take the next heading called as three main aspects, three main aspects included in the development of website. Three main aspects included in the development of website. So can you tell me what are the three main aspects? Okay, ma'am. If today I want to develop one website, means these three things are very, very important. Can you tell me what are those? Can you tell me what are those? Yes, everyone. What and all it may be? I think just now I said.
HTML, CSS,
So don't you think
JavaScript.
that you are supposed to require, if you want to develop a website, means you have to have something called as front end. You are supposed to have something called as front end. And you are supposed to have something called as back end. And you are also supposed to have something called as database. Yes. Yes or no? So now what are your front-end technologies? What are your front-end technologies? That is nothing but
HTML,
yes,
CSS,
please do reply.
JavaScript.
HTML, CSS, and JavaScript.
Java.
HTML, CSS, and JavaScript.
Java.
Now, what are the backend technologies? Can I say it is nothing but your Java, C, C++, Python, and many
Java.
other programming languages. Yes or no? Yeah.
Yes.
After that, can you tell me what are the databases you will require? The databases are nothing but SQL, MySQL, Oracle, MongoDB. Yes. So these are the three main aspects which are, correct. So these are if you have to develop one website, you are supposed to have front end where you will be using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. And if that code has to run, you will be using something called as backend technologies where you will be having Java, C, C++, or any programming languages. And For storing the data, you will be learning something called as SQL, MySQL, and Oracle SQL, and many others. Clear? Clear with this? If someone asks
Yes,
you,
ma'am.
what are the three main aspects? What are the three main aspects to develop a website? What will you say? What will you say? It is not alone only front-end technologies. You require all the three, front-end, back-end, and database. You require all the three, that is front-end, back-end, and database. Clear, guys? Clear with this? Okay. Shall I move to the next one? Shall I move to the next one? Okay. Okay. Cool. So now, let me take another one example. Here, let me consider you have humans. You have humans here, and these are humans, and here you have computers. Here you have computers. Humans understand which language? Your humans understand which language? Hey, humans know, they don't understand only Kannada, they understand all the languages. So humans will understand normal language. Yes or no? So these are your humans and these are your computers. Now, will your computer understand Kannada language or Hindi language or Marathi language or Tulu language, any language you take? Will your computer understand human language?
No.
No, ma'am.
No, obviously it will not understand. Yes, it will never understand. It will, guys, don't unmute yourself. When I ask you people to unmute, then you unmute, okay? So now, don't you think there is a gap between humans and computers? So only I have provided one gap here. Yes or no? Yes or no? So now, if the humans has to understand the computer language and the computer has to understand the human language, there should be some mediator in this. There should be some mediator here or a middle person here. Yes or no? So that mediator, you don't call it as a mediator. See, computer acts as a mediator. No, Baba. Okay. So if the humans has to understand the computer language and the computer has to understand the human language, you will be using something called as DNS. DNA alla, it is DNS. Compiler. Okay, done. They will be using something called as DNS. What do you mean by DNS? D stands for domain name server, or you can also call it as system. You can also call it as domain name server, or you can call it as domain name system. Clear? Then don't think that, ma'am, domain name server is different and domain name system is different. Okay? Clear? Clear? Now, what is this domain name server? What is this domain name server? Yes, what do you mean by domain name server? So now, I will say domain name server. I will say your DNS is nothing but it is used to convert domain names. It is used to convert domain names into IP address. Why is your domain name server used? It is used to convert your domain names into IP address, or in simple terms, you can say your DNS is required to convert names into names into numbers. Clear guys? Is it clear everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
What is DNS? DNS is nothing but domain name server. What is domain name server? Which converts domain names into IP address. Ma'am, what? I know names, but I don't know what is domain names. I don't know what is domain names. Okay, I will tell you what is domain name. Okay. Shall we start with what is DNS or how it works? Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes. Shall I start? Okay. 1 second. Let me rub this. Okay. So now you people see here. What is DNS? Let me consider one scenario. You have one computer here. And in this computer, I want to search for www.v stand for you. I want to search for www.vstandforyou.com. Okay. I want to search for www.vstandforyou.com. Clear till here? Guys, clear till
Yes,
here?
ma'am.
Everyone soon. Okay. So now what I'm trying to do is this, whichever you enter this, you enter some name as www.vstandforyou or gmail.com or any other .coms. Then those are called as, these are only called as domain names. These are only called as domain names. Clear? Yes or no? So now what it will do? So now I want to convert, what is your DNS definition saying, which converts domain name into numbers or domain name into IP address. Yes. So now my requirement is for this domain name www.vstandforyou.com. For this domain name www.vstandforyou.com, I want the IP address. Clear? What is my requirement here? Yes, my dear students, what is the requirement? For this domain name, vstandforyou, I want the IP address. Clear? So now what will happen? I will send a request. To whom should I send a request? I will send a request to one server that is nothing but your DNS. That is nothing but your domain name server. That is nothing but your domain name server. What is that I am requesting to my DNS server? What is that I am requesting to the DNS server? Saying that I am passing what here? Okay, you are requesting, but you are passing something inside it. What are you passing? You are passing the domain name to this DNS server. You are passing the domain name to this DNS server so that you get the database. I mean, so that it can be converted into IP address. So that it can be converted into IP address. It will give response for what I have. You can pass. Okay. So now it is requesting, by taking the domain name, it is requesting to your domain server to convert it into IP address. So now what will happen? Your domain name server will go to its own database. Your domain name server will go to its own database, and inside this database and inside this database, it will be having the domain name, the respective IP address. It will be having the domain name and the respective IP address. Okay? Okay? Yes, clear till here? Clear till here? Everyone, please reply. Okay. So now I am taking the domain name and I'm requesting to the DNS server saying that get me the IP address for this vstandforyou.com. So what will happen? Your DNS will go to its database. This is called as domain name server database. So what is my domain name? What is my domain name, guys?
www.vstandforyou.com.
What is my domain name? Soon reply. Unless and until you reply, I'll not go forward. Yes, what is the domain name? My dear students.
www.vstandforyou.com.
Guys, I am audible, no? Yeah, it is we stand for you. So, in this DNS database, will you have alone IP address and domain name for we stand for you? No, you will have n number of domain names like Gmail, Instagram, Snapchat, YouTube. You will be having many domain names. So, it will go to its database and it will search for the domain name as we stand for you. So, consider that you have the domain name here. You have the domain name as vstandforyou.com and you will have the IP address of that. What it will do, your DNS database will send it to the DNS server, and from the DNS server, it will be sent back to your computer and you will get the IP address for this domain name. Clear? Done? Anyone has any doubt? No? Pakka? Shall I repeat again? Okay, who wants me to repeat again? Okay, I'll repeat. So now, I'm going to my computer and I'm saying www.vstandforyouSolutions.com. I want this page. I want the page with the IP address. Okay. So now what it will do, I am sending a request with the domain name to one server called as domain name server. With the domain name from my computer, I am sending a request to the domain name server saying that for this domain name, I want the IP address. So now what it will do, the DNS server will go to its own database. And inside the database, you will be having the domain name and the respective IP address. Clear? You will be having the domain name. Ma'am, if IP address isn't present in the database, what will it display error? How will it display? I will tell you. Next, Zoya, you have still continuation of this. I will tell Bacha. Okay? So now, what is happening? It will search for the domain name. Okay, for which domain name I want vstandforyou.com. Okay, it will search for the domain name and it will have the IP address It will take the data from the DNS database. It will give to your server, and the server will give that IP address, will give the IP address for this domain name. Okay, clear? Clear? Saujanya, clear? Saujanya?
Clear, ma'am.
Yes. Okay. So now, okay, ma'am, you said that as Zoya asked now, what will happen? What will happen if I don't get the IP address? Yes or no? Now, you just saw this DNS server in high level. You just saw this DNS server in high level. Now, we will see how this DNS server works step by step. We will see how this DNS server works step by step. Yes? We'll continue. Yes, Zoya? Yes, everyone? Yes. Okay. So again, you people consider, that, what should I consider? Again, you consider you have a computer here. You have a computer here. And in this computer, I'm trying to get the, see, step by step also the domain name server works the same. You will be converting the domain name into IP address. Okay. So now you have a computer here. Again, I want to access for www.vstandforyou.com. Okay. It will send this. So this will be acting as what? This will be acting as my domain
name.
Now, what is the domain name, guys? What is the domain name?
www.vstandforyou.com.
Everyone. Saujanya, I cannot listen to you, ma. You have to type in the chat box. We stand for you. Okay. So now, this is the domain name. Before, what it was doing, it was directly sending a request to your DNS server. Yes or no? Now, this will send a request. Now, your computer is going to, one second. Now, your computer is going to send a request to one person. Your computer is going to send one request to one person called as, he will be called as resolver. He will be called as resolver. Clear? He will be called as resolver. Guys, clear till here? Yes. See, your resolver acts like ISP. What do you mean by ISP? It is nothing but internet. What is ISP, guys? What is ISP? ISP is nothing but Internet Service Protocol. It is called as Internet Service Protocol. Clear till here? Clear till here? Now, protocol or provider. Okay. So now, what is happening? Your domain name, it is requesting for the domain name by sending a request to your resolver. By sending a request to your resolver. So now what may happen? It will send a request to the resolver. Now, consider that I am trying to get the domain names. I am using this name in my computer, www.vstandforyou.com. I'm trying to access it for the very first time. I'm trying to access this domain name for this first time. What will happen is, as soon as I enter this domain name, my computer will go to its cache memory. My computer will go to its cache memory and check whether I have the IP address for this domain name. It will check whether I have the IP address for this domain name. Okay, it will check whether if you have the IP address of the domain name inside the cache memory. Now, since you're logging that domain name for the first time, think that you will not get the IP address. So then what will it happen? Again, it will go to the resolver. It will send a request to the resolver saying, resolver, please give me the IP address for this domain name. Resolver also what it will do? It will go to its cache memory. It will go to its cache memory and it will check whether I have the IP address for this domain. Since it is for the first time, you will not be having any IP address. Man, then what to do? Then this will send a request to one person. This will send a request to one person called as root server. Called as root server. Zoya, are you getting? Zoya? So it will send a request to your root server. Now, as soon as the request is sent to the root server saying, please give me the domain name or please give me the IP address for this domain name, root server will say, oh, you want IP address? But sorry, I don't have the IP address. Full tension for resolver. Oh, he also doesn't have the IP address. Then to whom should I go? He will ask, bro, please help, no? Resolver will then say, I don't know the IP address, but I can redirect you to someone who knows the IP address for your domain name. So now he will be sending to one person. Your resolver will be sending to one person called as TLD. It is nothing but top level domain. It is called as top level domain. Clear? Clear till here? Guys, clear till here? Everyone. Yes. So now, why your root server is sending to top level domain? Because your root server does not know the IP address for your domain name. So only it is sending a request. It is redirecting you to another person called as top level domain. So this resolver will ask to top level domain also. Bro, please give me the IP address for this domain name. No, please give me the IP address. He will also say, I don't know. Again, full tension for this resolver. What he will do? He will say, bro, please help me somehow. No, I have to give the IP address. My client is asking me. So then this top level domain will say, okay, don't take so much tension. I don't know the IP address. Sorry. He will say, I don't know the IP address, but I can tell you your domain name belongs to which extension. It will say, I don't know the IP address, but I can tell you to which extension it belongs to. Today, you people have already learned one type of extension. What is the type of extension called as? What is the type of extension you have already learned? Guys, reply. You have learned something called as .com extension. So this top level domain will not know any IP address, but it knows which domain belongs to which extension. So now, what is my domain name extension? It is .com extension. So it will say, resolver, your domain name belongs to .com extension. He will say, bro, that much is not enough, bro. Tell me completely. So now the top level domain will say, Not, see, I have said you the extension. Others I don't know. But I can again redirect you to one person who knows the domain name also and the IP address also. And that person is only called as ANS. He is called as ANS. That is nothing but authoritative name server. Authoritative name server. Your ANS is nothing but called as authoritative name server. Clear with this? Clear with this? My dear students, is it clear with this? Authoritative name server. So now, this authoritative name server will have its own database. This authoritative name server will have its own database, and again inside this database it will be having the domain name. It will be having the domain name and it will also be having the IP address. Clear? Clear till here? Clear till here?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes or no? It will be having the domain name and IP address. Which one will be having? Your authoritative name server will be having its own database, and now it will search for the domain name as www.vstandforyou.com, and you will be having the respective IP address. So what it will do, from its database, it will give it to the resolver. It will give the domain name with the IP address to the resolver, and that resolver will store this inside the cache memory. Will store it inside the cache memory, and your resolver will give this to your computer, and then only you will be getting the IP address. And again, this IP address is stored inside your own cache memory. Clear? Guys, is it clear till here?
Yes,
Is
ma'am.
it clear till here? Any doubt you have? Any doubt you people have? Yes or no? Clear?
No,
Pakka
ma'am.
it is clear.
No, ma'am.
So you got to know what is domain name server. Yes, Zoya, I hope your doubt is clear. Zoya, is your doubt clear? Clear with what is domain name server? So what and all we learned today? Yes, what and all we learned? Ma'am, please once again, ma'am, in short, because it feels like ringa ringa roses. Okay. You want me to explain it again? Okay. In short, I will explain. Okay. You have your computer and I am requesting for this domain name. I want the IP address. Okay. So now I will send a request to the resolver. I will send a request to the resolver to get the IP address. Okay. I will send it to the resolver to get the IP address. So now what I will do, the resolver, since the resolver doesn't know the IP address, it will send a request to one person called as root server. Clear till here? Clear till here? Clear till here? You have
Yes,
to
ma'am.
reply yes or no. Okay. So now this root server will say to the resolver saying that I don't know the IP address, but I can send you to one person who knows the IP address of your domain name. So this root server will send to one person called as top level domain. Top level domain. So when the resolver asks to this top level domain saying that give me the IP address, the top level domain will also say, I don't know the IP address. I don't know the IP address, but I know your domain name belongs to which extension? Your domain name belongs to which extension. So what is the extension it is belonging to? Which extension is it belonging to? It is belonging to .com extension. So it will say, I have said you to which extension it belongs, but I will redirect you to one more person who knows both the domain name and the IP address. And that person is only called as authoritative name server. Clear till here? Clear till here?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So now, when it goes to this authoritative name server is a person who will be having both your domain name and IP address. It will go to its own database. For whichever domain name you are searching, you will be having the respective IP address. It will take the data and it will give to your resolver. It will take the data and it will give to your resolver. As soon as you get the IP address for the domain name, no, the resolver will store in its cache memory. Store in its cache memory, and then you will get the IP address of that domain name to you people. And after that, again, it will be stored inside the cache. Clear? Clear? Guys, you people have any doubts? Yes or no? I hope I am clear. Ma'am, why does the resolver store IP address in the cache memory? Okay. Why the resolver stores the IP address in the cache memory is because, okay, first time you are logging in, that is why it is storing in its cache memory. Again, you are trying to access the same website for the IP address. Okay. So now again, it will not perform all these steps. It will directly send a request to the resolver. In the resolver, it will search whether I have the IP address for that domain name. Already I have stored in the cache memory. It will directly give the IP address for that domain. Clear? That is the reason why the resolver is storing the IP address inside its cache memory. Clear? Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Guys, any doubts you have? Any doubts you have?
No doubts.
Note, ma'am.
Guys, trust me, from tomorrow, pakka you will be doing with the programs. From tomorrow, you will be starting with the programs. Okay, you will be learning what is HTML, what is CSS, what tags you will be using, how to use the tags. You will be seeing it tomorrow. Clear?
Sure,
Done?
ma'am.
Yes or no?
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
I hope you people like the session and you learned something from the session. Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you for the way for your teaching. Thank you, Gayatri. Yeah, attendance link I will share. 1 second. Okay, the people who can scan the attendance, please scan. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Okay. Can you scan the attendance here, please, everyone? Ma'am, share the link. Okay, let me share 1 second. I think yesterday only in the chat box. 1 sec. One second, 1 second. Guys, if anyone has the link, please do share it, no?
HTML group లో ఉందా?
Yeah. Yes, you have the link. Thank you, Gayatri. How many days did you conduct this workshop? 15 days. 15 days. Link send in group. Ma, I have sent it in group only, da. Thank you. Okay, guys. I hope you like the session. So thank you. And tomorrow, please join the class at the same time. Thank you all. Have a nice day. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Take care. Okay, Vaishnavi. Thank you all. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye-bye. Take care.